Hey guys, MC Mura here, and today we're gonna go over the gameplay trailer for Ed. We're gonna try to break it down, check out what's interesting, what is new about this character. Capcom did change him up pretty significantly. I got some theories on that, but let's get started. And I'm not gonna show the thing at its full speed because, like I said, we wanna break it down. This is obviously the trailer. Capcom just put it out the other day. At first, they're showing you the stage, and the stage looks fine, but let's start breaking down once the action goes down. This is obviously the stage from Street Fighter V, the laboratory that was ruined. So here we get our first look at Ed in action, and this seems like his standing medium punch, right? This is kind of similar to what he did in Street Fighter V. I'm gonna be going back and forth between 5 and 4. So this is his standing medium punch from Street Fighter V, I believe. This is one of the key moves for Ed because it gave him like a +10 advantage, so he could combo into sweep. He could even link into his like super, so it was a pretty big deal. So they're showing it off, and then they are showing this one, right? This is his flicker jab. I assume this is standing light kick because in the blog post, Capcom did say that Ed, they're not giving him any kicks in this game, and all of his kicks will be flicker moves. Now notice this, right? I'm gonna go over this frame by frame, and if you check this out, Ed was not assuming the stance. He wasn't in flicker stance, and he just did this move. So this is telling me that this is like his standing light kick pretty much, right? And then we get to see this, and this very much looks like his standing heavy punch, right? Which is again one of his key moves in Street Fighter V. Let's go back to Street Fighter V. So the heavy punch for him was this one. The animation, as you can see, is very similar. And in 5, you could hold this move, charge it, and when you charge it, you can fully charge it, and then you get like the Psycho Knuckle, which we will get back into later. But yeah, this is his standing heavy punch, presumably, right? And then he goes into what I assume here is his standing medium kick, right? Because again, he wasn't assuming a stance. He just did the heavy punch, he was in the neutral, and bam, jab her out with that flicker jab. So looks like standing medium kick to me, right? This appears to be a target combo, 1 2 3, a very quick 1 2 3, right? Very similar actually to his flicker from Street Fighter V, but it's not really, again, another target combo. And this one appears to be a target combo that he's actually gonna be special canceling later. This appears to be medium punch into heavy punch, so seems pretty good. And then they show him off doing jumping into his sweep. Again, he kind of have like a Balrog sweep right now. This is very, very similar. As far as sweeps go, this is very similar to what Balrog used to have. I assume this is his heavy kick. His standing heavy kick probably seems like a reliable anti-air. Again, swatting flies. This wasn't assuming a stance before doing it. He was in his normal stance, idle stance, so I'm assuming this is just his standing heavy kick, right? This is my assumption, and we're gonna go with it. Then he goes for a Superman punch. This very much appears to be a command normal, and judging by the trailers and the way Capcom do trailers in general, they load up the trailer at first with normals. So let's check out the whole thing again in normal speed. I'm sorry if the video is a little bit disorienting, but we want to get the best quality. We want to break it down as much as we can, right? So a bunch of normals, flicker, target combos. This one is special cancel, we'll see it later. Anti-air, Superman punch, and then he goes for his taunt. He's doing the Ali steps, which is actually pretty cool. They call it the shuffle, I believe. Anyways, then we head over to start checking out some of his special moves, right? Here he's doing this, looks like a crouching light kick, standing jab into, let's actually play it back in normal speed. Standing jab, 1 2 3. This is his new 1 2 3. This is his new flicker. This is actually very similar to what he does in Street Fighter V as well. Because in Street Fighter V you can go for something like this. 1 2 3. It's the same combo pretty much. Crouching light kick, standing jab, 1 2 3. So yeah, it's pretty much the same deal. It's interesting that they kept this back. The move isn't Psycho Flicker anymore, but this is still in the block boss. This is like his quick 1 2 3, right? And we were gonna be seeing this move later. He used the EX version. I will get into it, right? Alright, so this is interesting. Here Aki is doing her fireball. He does this sponge and he cancels the fireball. She also does the whip. He cancels it and then throws out a fireball of his own. If you don't know, again, this is from Street Fighter V. He had a fireball which is forward medium punch. He does this fist, and then if you press another punch, he does the fireball. So here, for example, if I recorded Chun-Li to throw out a fireball of her own, right? We're gonna ask Miss Shun for assistance. The first part actually negates projectiles, so this is what he's doing in the trailer, negating projectiles and then firing off one of his own. This is its fireball. It's interesting in this game because it's a quarter circle forward motion now. It's no longer a forward and medium, so I'm interested to see how this will play out, and if Ed will have one of them fireball drive rushes, although it does look kinda slower, right? So Aki is doing her Venom Fang jump, and then he is doing this move, right? Ed is doing that. You know what this is? You know what this is? This is now Ed's Psycho Abba. This is Psycho Abba. This is actually Ed's Psycho Abba. Which I have a lot of conflicting feelings on, right? To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna talk about the move mechanically because now we know it's a Dragon Punch motion. But honestly, I kind of preferred how it looked in Street Fighter V. It seems to me like it had a lot more impact, right? As far as an upper go, this one, it looks kind of more like an Electric Wind God Fist. It's still kind of the same idea, right? It's still doing like the upper, but I have a lot of moves that look kind of similar, and the move doesn't seem to me like it has the impact that you would expect out of his EX upper. It seems a little bit on the tamer end, right? But this absolutely is his upper. This next move, the uppercut punch, and notice this, right? In the Psycho upper, Ed is like, we are seeing his back, right? We're seeing the jacket, but for this next one, it is also an uppercut that kind of looks similar, but he is front facing. He's facing the camera, right? And if you don't know what this is his V skill 2 from Street Fighter V. Again, let's show it real quick in Street Fighter V. Yeah, this is his V skill 2, right? So the first one, when he's back turned, that is the Psycho upper. When he is front turned, it is the V skill 2, that uppercut, right? So they're showing us that he still got the Psycho upper and he still got the uppercut. Again, cool moves, 1 2 3. He still got the fireball, he still got the Psycho upper, he got the V skill uppercut, and then he is canceling it into this uppercut looking move, right? So this is where it kinda get interesting because this is not his Psycho upper, I believe. Actually, let's check it out. Let's check it out frame by frame. Right, this is the 1 2 3. We have seen this, we have seen the fireball. Yeah. So he's doing the V skill anti-air and then canceling it into the Psycho upper, which that's cool. So this one is really cool, right? So they're showing that he's doing the standing light kick. Again, it got monstrous range. Remember, Ed does not have a... He's not gonna have like a crouching medium kick type move, I assume, right? So this seems like a very long range standing low, and then he's canceling it into this rush punch style move. This is a new special move that they have given him. Again, I will share with you guys a move list later. They actually did show it up, but yeah, this is a new special move, right? So as you see here, this one is pretty different because now Ed is assuming the flicker stance, right? And when he's assuming the flicker stance, he is able to charge the punch, and if he does it by its own, like I said, it's flurry of punches, but if he's charging it, it does his Psycho Snatcher, right? look at the range on these moves. Looks like a pretty good harassment tools, right? So here he is charging, he's assuming the flicker stance, and this is very similar again because Capcom did actually go with the flicker boxer design before, and here, as you will see later, Steve got a flicker stance. He's gonna assume a stance, and it looks very similar to what Ed's doing, right? And off of it, he can do like a low, he can do a mid, he can do a high. There is an EX variant, very, very similar. Also, Yamazaki got something very similar in King of Fighters. So yeah, when Ed is charging up a normal or charging up a move in Flicker, it transitions into his Psycho Snatcher, as you can see here. And Psycho Snatcher is obviously his V skill 1 from Street Fighter 5. This was a pretty annoying V-skill. He could charge it kind of like an energy whip, and when he does it, he can like get over here, brings you over to him, and then he can follow up on with combos. It was one of the coolest things about Ed, and he absolutely still got that. His moves, honestly, in motion, looks really, really nice. The only one I don't love so much right now is the Psycho Upper. I feel like the Street Fighter 5 version was cooler, personally. Right, so this is this new like rush. This is his V skill 2 also. If you don't remember, in Street Fighter 5, Ed kind of had 2 V skills. V skill 2, you could go for like the upward punch, this version, but it also had like a forward moving version, right, which is this one. It's pretty much it's a pretty similar idea. It's the dash and then the attack. Here he can go for the dash and not do anything, or can do like an uppercut at the end. So this is what he's doing here, right? He's doing the Mishima wave dash into the uppercut. This very much looks like an electric wind god fist, and kind of reminds me of Karen from Street Fighter 5. He's doing the move again and again here, right? It's kind of interesting that he showed it twice, but here they're showing him doing it and not committing too much, going for a back weave. So this means that Mr. Ed got sways. A lot of you will hate the fact that DJ got sways. I'm sorry. DJ sway is absolutely hated. We're seeing Ed going for the sway, and bam, as opponent tries to drive impact him, he recovers in time and drive impacts them back. So Ed got a dash up into move and a sway version, so that's pretty sick. And then obviously we get our first look at his level 1 super. He does the target combo into the level 1 super. It looks really cool. Hits super, so we're gonna assume it's invincible, and he goes for his maniacal laugh, right? So far so good. It looks pretty ridiculous. Now this is interesting as well, right? Oh my god. Alright. So this is also really interesting, because we see here in the next couple of frames, we see Ed charging up his flicker, and we know now that when he charges up his flicker, he's gonna do his Psycho Snatcher. This is like the V-skill 1 from Street Fighter 5. So Ken is like, alright, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna Dragon Lash, because this is what all Ken players thinking about, but it is able to backdash cancel it. Right? This is not something that Ed used to be able to do. In Street Fighter 5, right, Ed can only like release it or fully charge it. Once he's committing to the charge, he can't let go. But in the trailer here, we're clearly seeing Ed charge the flicker or the snatcher, and then backdashing, getting out of the way. So this could be very good, assuming that the fully charged snatcher is still blossom block like it was in Street Fighter 5. This could be very big for him, right? Here he is charging up his Psycho Knuckle. This is his standing heavy punch, a fully charged heavy punch from Street Fighter 5. Interestingly, it goes through fireballs this time around, because Ken absolutely does a fireball, right? So fully charged, goes through fireball, and he gets a follow-up combo. Couple of interesting notes here, right? The first one is in Street Fighter 5, this did not go through fireballs at all. Miss Sean, please. Yeah, it doesn't go through fireball. And one interesting thing about it as well in Street Fighter 5 is that in this game, if you land it from a distance, you can't get a grounded hit. Like the follow-up hit will be like on an airborne opponent. It will air. They will be in an airborne state, right? for you to get a grounded hit, you have to do it from a close distance, and the screen, there is like this screen shake once you are able to land it, and then my medium punch will be grounded, right? So you have to be pretty close to get the version, right? The grounded version, the ones that leads to combo. Now in this one, Ed is doing it almost like full screen. Let's scroll back a little more. Right, Ed is doing it almost from full screen. He's going through a fireball and he's getting a grounded hit. So they really buffed this move. They really buffed it. EX Flicker or EX Flicker stance. Let's call it Flicker stance. EX Flicker is an instant enhanced snatcher that pulls him back, and then he combos into Psycho Upper. So the combo here appears to be a full screen Psycho Knuckle. This appears to be a heavy kick into the medium punch, heavy punch target combo, into the EX Flicker to bring him back into Psycho Upper. So pretty cool combo, right? Backdash into a back throw. Again, this is just, a lot of people assumed he got command grabs, but this is just a punish counter. This is just about a punish counter back throw, right? Nothing really too special here. But they're showing this off. Okay, so this is deliberate from the part of Capcom, right? You know what this is? Do you know what this is? What they're trying to show us? They're trying to show us Psycho Abba! This is his EX Psycho Upper, right? And what Capcom is doing here is that he's doing it to a Ken that is waking up with an EXDP. So they're showing you that Psycho Upper still got a ton of invincibility frames, right? This still is very invincible, but it kind of smacks him down. And Ken EXDP is very active. So Ed Bam, EX Upper, don't care, smacks him to the ground, right? This got a lot of people talking because here Ed is with punishing Ken's crouching medium kick with standing heavy punch. So a lot of people are thinking that this is a season 2 balance changes, more easily able to whiff punish moves like crouching medium kick, who knows. But anyways, he gets standing heavy punch, big spark because it's a punish counter, cancel into the EX Flicker, does the first part of his fireball, bam, and then he does drive rush jab into the new I'm gonna call it his like wave dash punch, right? Wave dash launcher, his god fist electric, and then goes for the Superman punch. So pretty cool combo, really cool combo, right? Again, this is kind of similar to some of the stuff he does here. Like if you fully charge this one, you can get the first hit of the fireball into the launcher and then dash up upper. Kind of a similar style of a combo, pretty cool for the character, right? Ed is looking kind of cool. The fact that he can get whiff punish heavy punches into launchers easily, that's pretty good for him. Also, there is a rumor, I've heard people talk about this, although I have not, I don't want to confirm, because maybe this is just placebo effect. Some people are saying drive rush here is different, that it is moving later than what we currently have. People who are counting frames and all of that, maybe, because there's a very good chance that Ed is coming with the season 2 balance changes, but who knows, right? EX Fireball negating Ken's Fireball, that is pretty good. Move up into the upper, shimmy, bam. Obviously, this is pretty big as well because traditionally boxer characters, Dudley, Balrog, all of them never had a jumping cross-up. Here Ed is doing a jumping cross-up, doing this target combo, which seems like something he's gonna be doing all the time. This seems like the Ken target combo, something you're gonna be canceling into pretty often. So he does it into the EX 1, 2, 3, and it does this like a ton of peekaboo punches, very similar to what Steve Fox does in Tekken actually. Like this move, Steve Fox almost got the same exact move, right? He's like peekaboo, he got that saying, right? And this is obviously his level 2 super, which is his V trigger 1 in Street Fighter 5. This was one of his best tools because you could very easily like use this to enforce mix-ups on the opponents, right? It was a very good harassment tools, and then you can follow up with combos after it, and this is exactly what he does. So he does the jumping heavy punch, the cross hub into the machine gun punches, and then does a snatcher, right? Target combo into the launcher, cancel into the V trigger 1 on like level 2 super, enhance the snatcher, couple of punches using his new moves, right? So this is a punish counter flicker jab. Puts him in a juggle state. He does a follow-up combo, combos into his level 3, which looks pretty amazing. Overall, I will say that Ed looks really cool. One thing I've noticed is that a lot of his attacks have much better form, right? His form in general, his footwork, all of that appears to be much better, which to me, I know a lot of you are like Street Fighter 5 animation bad, Street Fighter 6 animation good. I don't think that is the case. I think what he wanted to show us is that he's now in a much better form. He is more experienced as a boxer. Previously, he was just a guy who had too much power on his hands. He was swinging really hard with every hit. Now he is his form is so much better, and it doesn't feel like he's exerting as much force with every hit. Maybe that's just me. That's how I read it, but maybe that's just me. Anyways, if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. What are your thoughts on Ed? Do you think he looks nice? Do you think he looks kind of lame? I'd love to hear your thoughts about all of this in the comment section below. We'll be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe.